Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football, holding the tiny microphone here with the head coach of the Tidehaven Tigers, Coach David Lucio, here at the Coastal Bend Coaches Clinic. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Hey, man, I'm glad I could make it to this awesome clinic, man. They put on a great show every year.
And, Coach, I'm just about ready to call you a legend at this point. You guys played for a state championship last year, and what was supposed to be a quote-unquote down year for you guys made it all the way to the state semifinals again, come up just a little bit short, proving the doubters wrong. Looking back on the 2024 season, how proud of you of your guys?
Well, I'm extremely proud, not just of the guys, but of the program. This is kind of what I envisioned back in the day, that once we got our off season and the program in itself established, that we would make runs like this. Probably been a little ahead of, a little better than what I even anticipated. But to be honest with you, next year should be great. And I keep track on our kids all the way down to kindergarten. Tidehaven's got a lot of good years ahead of it.
We'll talk about 2025 in a minute because, you got a whole offseason to take care of. But let's talk about this coaches clinic as well. Ran into you last year. You were getting out of here early last year because there was an ice storm that was coming. And so you're back here at this clinic. What do you like about this clinic and all the great speakers that are here?
Oh, man, they always have a great selection of speakers, but just the energy you get from here, man, a lot of coaches want to learn. So my staff, offensive staff, spoke today, and, there was a lot of guys in there taking notes or whatever. And but it's not like we just have information to hand out. We could turn around and we get stuff from them too, man. I've learned a lot just in the last couple of years coming to this clinic.
All right, now, Coach, talk about the offseason a little bit. Now, you guys are in a position where you had a great year last year, and you bring back a lot of guys. I want to say you're bringing back, I think I heard 8 and 10, I think, or 8 and 9, something like that. You got a lot of starters back next year. So that's a luxury for sure. But I know for you, now you got to try to build depth, right? And that's, especially at your level, building depth at the 3A Division II level is going to be key. What are some of the other things you're looking to focus on with your guys?
Now, one thing we want to focus, every offseason we kind of set goals. Obviously, it's always to get bigger, faster, stronger, and that type of stuff. But we want to emphasize the faster part, man. We've got a wave of some kids with some wheels coming up, so that should help. We had some puppies that couldn't quite help us maybe, in the playoff level type of ball this year. But next year, I think physically, after 6 months of work we put them through here in 2025, we'll probably be a lot better. But we're going to emphasize speed this offseason.
All right, and then just the last couple of years, you guys have won, by my count, I'm not a math major, 9 playoff games the last 2 years. Definitely not something that's easy to do. But do you feel like the support and the buzz around the town, quote, I don't know, Tidehaven is not really a town, but El Matón and in that area, the buzz around the community has been even bigger now, right?
Oh yeah, man. Everybody's bought in. We if you come out to our place, man, you have first graders on up playing 7-on-7 year round. They got select teams. It's insane how much our kids from all the way down to those levels. If you ever come to any of our games, you can see where I carry around like 15 to 20 water boys, and I just let about all of them because I want them to get a taste of what it's like to be on that sideline, and it seems to be working. But parents, some of the former players that I coach are out there pushing these kids in the right direction, and so like I said, man, future's bright.
Now, I don't want to date you, but you've been around a little while, and you got guys that you've coached with and players that you've coached that are doing things now. And I know one guy you coached with, Josh Irvin there at Ganado. I know he coached with you at Tidehaven. How proud of you of him and the run they made?
Yeah, well, I actually coached Josh when he was in Pee Wee League. I should have spanked him or something back then for the spanking he put on me this year. But nah, Josh is. I'm always proud of Josh. I know a lot of guys on that staff. They got a great coaching staff there at Ganado. A bunch of great young men, and I'm just proud about that whole staff. But yeah, I'm proud of Josh, man. He's done a great job. He's a young cat. A lot of people were doubting him because of his age, and I knew he had it in him, man. I knew that staff had it in them, and it's a good combination. Them and that community, their kids work really hard. So I'm proud of them, man.
Final question for you. We mentioned you got a lot of guys back, but there are, you do lose a couple of seniors that were key players. What are the position groups that you're really going to be when you get the ball out in the spring and start doing 7-on-7? What are some position groups that you would like to see, some young guys maybe mature in the offseason and take that next step?
We're going to try to find the next running back is our biggest thing. We got a lot of good candidates, but that's going to be one that goes. That's kind of on the offensive side. Only we we run packages or whatever. So our tight ends back and our slot receivers back. Our fullback in that package, he's graduating, and then our main tailback there at the end, Duran, he's graduating. So, but we've got some really good candidates, man, and those will be the emphasis on offense. Defensively, we've got to find 2 defensive ends, man. But I got about 5 or 6 kids that they're gonna be good, man. So they just got to put in the work, stay healthy, stay out of. We don't get in a lot of trouble there at Tidehaven, but I always preach that to the kids, man. Football season never ends. You go catch yourself getting in trouble or something, and you just ruin it in the off season, which sets you back for football. So I preach that all the time. Take care of yourself, and stay in that weight room, stay on the track.
There you go, Coach. Appreciate your time. Appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas. Congrats on a heck of a 2024 season, and we'll see you out at 7-on-7 throwing it around a little bit.
Oh yeah, man! I'll see you out there. Love seeing me some Stepp, man.
There you go. Thanks, Coach.